Hey guys, so this video is going to explain how to organize your time. This one I thought was particularly important, especially because you guys have different expectations on like when you're going to meet for Google Meets for each and every classroom. So you can go ahead and make a copy of this weekly schedule if you would like, if you feel like that would help you. If you're one of those people that likes to have a notebook to write down your stuff like I am, you can just like copy the same template in a notebook instead. All right. So on this document, you have two like different sections. The top section would be your weekly schedule where you'd write down the things that pretty much stay the same for each and every class. So for example, if you have a Google Meet every Monday in your first block, go ahead and just type in Google Meet. Let's say every single Friday in fourth block is work time. You don't have a required Google Meet, you can go ahead and write down work time. Let's say every Wednesday in block 2, you guys have a check-in quiz. Type that in so that way you guys know what to expect and where you need to be for your Google Meets or quizzes and stuff like that. At the very bottom would be your homework or to-do list, and that would be stuff that's changing all the time. So make sure that you have your date written down so that way you know your to-do list is as up to date as possible. And then this will help you prioritize your assignments based off their due date. So instead of having one big long to-do list, you'll have like a short to-do list each and every day. So it makes it a little easier to keep track of your stuff too. So let's say I have an assignment due on Tuesday for creative writing and it's just a creative writing paper. I'm going to write that down on my Monday to-do list, creative writing paper. You could also write down like personal stuff, like workout. Sometimes it makes it easier to keep track of your stuff or to-do list by adding a time on there. It just holds you more accountable to doing those things or accomplishing those things. And it might also help you organize your day by time. So if this creative writing paper is due at 8 p.m., I know that I can work on it and then I can take a break and go work out at 7 and come back at 8 p.m. and finish and submit that paper. Okay. So feel free to use a time if you'd like. If that doesn't help you, you don't have to. But just kind of a good idea to keep you organized. So on this little slide, I have an example of like what your schedule might look like once you fill it all out for the week. I went ahead and highlighted all my Google Meets in green so that way they stuck out even more to me. And then your to-do list might look something like this. All right, it is not healthy for you to sit at your computer all day long just working on stuff. Like your brain needs a break. Make sure you set a timer or time limit for your break. That way you're not like, okay, I worked for a long time. I'm going to go ahead and just take a quick break. And then 10 episodes later, you're still on break. Okay, so make sure that you set yourself a time limit and you stick to that time limit. So you might want to use an alarm clock, or you could say like, when I finish these notes or this assignment, I can play Among Us for 15 minutes. Set your timer for 15 minutes, and once that timer goes up, even if you're not finished with your game, make sure that you just shut it down and go back to work. Or you could say like, I'm going to work on my paper for 20 minutes and then play with my dog for 10 minutes. Make sure that your breaks are something that you actually enjoy doing, so that way you feel refreshed when you come back to your schoolwork.